Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to basically do a video on my favourite blushes in my makeup collection, because these drawers, you guys know I've recently moved, these drawers here, they just like all need sorting out. So I thought as I go through like the different categories or section like stuff in my makeup, I'll share, I thought it would be a good idea to like just share my favourites rather than kind of like going through my makeup collection and my drawers and stuff like that. I don't know, sometimes I find those videos just a little bit boring, sorry. But I'm promising this is going to be like fireworks or anything, but I just thought it's a little bit more interesting to kind of see someone's makeup collection, kind of like their favourites from their makeup collection rather than like their whole makeup collection. Today I'm going to do blushes. I've just got home from work, so I could actually do with putting some more blush on. What I put on this morning was, what did I use this morning? I used Sunbasque this morning by MAC, but it isn't my favourite. So I'm going to also, I'm recording on a new camera. I'm recording on my brother's camera. They both bought like this Canon, I don't know what this is. What is this? I don't know. I'm just like really rubbish for tech, so I don't know what camera this is, but apparently it's better quality. Let me know. It also doesn't have what the Sony does, so I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of the cameras and videos that you might see on YouTube for vlogging or even like beauty videos on Instagram, they have almost like an option for almost like a softening filter, a bit like skin blurring, like a bit like a blurring filter, I think. And my Sony does, this camera does not, so you can see, like I can tell right now, I can see like pores and my facial hair. So yeah, so I haven't really put the blushes in order. I'm only gonna I only like know my favourite blush. I don't really have like a second, third, fourth, fifth blush. Like I know what my favourite go-to blush is and has been for the last 2 years. A lot of the blushes I found that are my favourite are MAC, and it's probably a little bit to do with that's what's in my collection. I used to work for them, so I did get quite a hefty discount, so I like stocked up, but I do genuinely believe that MAC do have a really good blush range. I wish I had more high street drugstore blushes. I just never seem to find like a really good consistency or like a good powder, like a good formula for blushes on, what is that, on the high street drugstore. But I actually have an elf makeup video coming soon. I need to film that tomorrow, so hopefully, I think I've ordered some blushes, hopefully there's a good one in that. Saying that, also Makeup Revolution, they do like the £1 blushes. Those are pretty decent as well. I've mentioned them before in my videos. I don't know where all three of them are. I know I had three, I don't know where they are. This blush that is one of my favourites in my collection is this one by MAC. This is MAC's Plum Foolery. The name is a little bit deceiving because I think it looks a little plummy in the pan, but actually it's more like a neutral berry shade. It's like a, yeah, like a raspberry kind of shade, and it has really like slight little flecks of gold shimmer. It is a, I think it's a sheer tone. It's a sheer tone shimmer blush by MAC, so that's the finish of the actual blush, and not the actual shade, that's the actual finish of it. So it's got very fine like kind of shimmer running through it and not chunky glitter. This one is a good one, I find, on my skin tone, maybe 2-3 shades lighter and a couple of shades darker. I think this works so well as like a evening blush. This, I find I reach for this quite a bit if I'm doing like Indian wedding makeup. I find that this is a really nice one, and also I find that mature women who are a little bit older, have to be very careful how you say that, like more mature women, like women of kind of, you know, my mum's age, really tend to love this blush, and it really complements them as well, so I really like this. I will shove some on now for you guys. Also, this is my favourite blush. This is my favourite, sorry, blusher brush. It's from Screen Face, and yeah, it's their large blusher brush. So that's what I had on this morning, and that's Plum Foolery by MAC. Everyone has a different way of applying blush. I prefer to apply it quite low down and push it further kind of into like near the top of my ear. I find that's like, it just flatters my face shape a little bit more. So yeah, that's Plum Foolery by MAC. And then this one, I wasn't going to include this one because it was part of a collection at MAC, but I have used this so much, you can tell. It's Blazing Haute, and it was from the Extra Dimension collection by MAC, but I'm just going to quickly show you this, guys, because I know we can't get this anymore. Colour is a little bit off, but it's a light peach blush, and I love my peach blushes. I actually have another favourite peach blush, which is in this palette, which is the Coastal Scents palette, and this palette has done me really proud over the years. I mean, apart from those three that fell out, these peach shades I use all the time. These peach shades, they don't have, the shades in the Coastal Scents palette that I have doesn't have like shade names, but this is a really good palette, and I wanted to mention this because it's a really good one if you're just starting out in makeup, or if you're a makeup artist. I used to dip into this so much when I used to do freelance stuff, so I think it's a good palette to have. And this shade actually is just a little bit lighter, you can't really see, but it reminds me actually of a lighter version of Plum Foolery. So yeah, I definitely recommend Coastal Scents for their blushes. And then the one that I actually had on this morning is Sunbasque by MAC, and let's see if we can get a good representation of what it looks like. That's what it actually looks like. And it is a warm peach with, again, little tiny gold flecks of shimmer running through it, which you can't actually tell when they're on the face. I find it hard, but the actual shimmer tone blushes are actually my favourite, because they have that gold fleck. They're just a little bit more flattering, especially on my kind of dry skin. I prefer them. So this is what I had on this morning. Let's do a hair flick. It's like a good everyday one for me. And there's this one. This is the infamous Lovejoy. Like, this blush is so like YouTube famous. It's gorgeous. It is a mineralized blush, so it may not be the best for everyone. My friend broke out with the whole like mineralized range. She broke out quite severely, so something to bear in mind. I'm completely fine with it. In fact, probably the mineralized collection from MAC is one of my favorites. The foundation, the blushes. This one, you have to be like so light-handed. Like, you have to be like literally like airy-fairy with this blush. Kind of like, if I show you Plum Foolery, it's kind of like Plum Foolery, but like it's got, obviously it's mineralized, it's got gold, golden, and even kind of like champagne like coloured shimmers running through it. I find with this one though, I like to have like a matte blush underneath, or like a first blush, so I might put like one of the Coastal Scents underneath it, and then I like to layer on with just like a tiny bit of this. I normally don't go straight in with this blush because I feel like, because it's mineralized, it doesn't last as long. On my skin at least, it doesn't last as long, and it also can look a little bit patchy, so I prefer to use like another blush underneath just to kind of layer up a little bit. But I'm going to show you. This is a really pretty one as well, like for evenings, and yeah. I'm not using a mirror right now, which is a big mistake. So yeah, that's, if you can see. So that's Lovejoy. I'm just going to apply it a little bit more just so, like the little gold glitters on your cheek. I'm down to the last two. It was hard to choose my favourite between these ones, but I had to go for the one that I reach for the most every single day, rather than the one that I have like the most fun with. And in second place we have Nars Torrid. You guys, I absolutely adore Nars blushes. I used to have Tower. It's like a bright orange blush. It just looks stunning, but I don't actually have that anymore. I need to get that back in my life. Nars Torrid is like Sunbasque amped up. It's peachy, it's vibrant, it's got tons of gold shimmer through it. It looks beautiful on the skin. It's not patchy. The formula, I love Nars blushes and eyeshadows. For some reason, take away the previous one. Okay, so this is Nars Torrid. Go for this one in the summer. It looks really good when when you've got a little bit more warmth in your skin, a little bit more colour. Lastly, my favourite, if you watch my videos, you will already know what this one is. And when I purchased this, I didn't have any expectations because I don't actually own a lot of products from this brand. But this is the Inglot blush in number 58. Number 58. Love this blush. Every single day. If I lost all my other blushes, I know that I would be absolutely fine with just this blush in my collection. It's so strange because this is actually, apart from the Coastal Scents palette, this is the only blush in my collection, like in a single kind of pan. It's the only one in my collection that is completely matte. There is no shimmer in this, and maybe I think that's why I find myself reaching for it, because as much as I love the way the shimmers look in the pan and I love kind of, you know, the glitziness and stuff, every single day when I've got different kind of lipsticks on or different kind of eyeshadow or eyeliner or outfit, more importantly, because blusher and outfit, like, you have to be so careful sometimes, this blush always works. So if there was one blush that I would tell you guys, I would recommend to you guys, it would be this one by Inglot. So yeah, those were my favourite blushes in my current collection. I hope you enjoyed the video and it was helpful in some way, and hopefully as I work through this little collection behind me, I'll kind of share some more different categories and some more favourites from those categories. And I'm gonna go, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.